Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today looking at another beer that I got in a trade with Jack Walker from Bear Beer Reviews, but also Atom Brewing Company over in the UK. We did an in-person trade at CBC and this is one of the beers that I got. This is a new limited release, I guess, or special release from Thornbridge Hall Brewery, or Thornbridge. You guys probably know that brewery. One of the first, breweries in the UK that, made waves in terms of making kind of different, more hoppier styles and whatnot. I remember drinking lots of Jaipur back in the day and Kipling and whatnot. But this is their collab with St. Eriks Brewery in Sweden, and this is their Imperial Raspberry Stout on 10%. And I said it was new. It is not new. It was my mistake. This is from 2013. So, wow, okay, a 2-year-old vintage. Or no, 3-year-old vintage. Sorry, we're in 2016 now. That's pretty impressive. So, it's made with pale ale, crystal, dark crystal, chocolate, and roasted barley, and the hops are Bramling Cross, and it was brewed and bottled in August of 2013. So, okay, cool. I don't know. I was assuming that it was newer beers that you gave me, Jack, so I didn't know you brought anything from the cellar, but thanks a ton, dude. So, should be interesting. I haven't had a Thornbridge beer in a long time, and same with St. Eriks. I haven't had any of their beer in probably even longer, but it looks really nice in the glass. It looks like a classic Imperial Stout, nice and black. Some kind of slight reddish notes coming through, a nice beige head to it. Let's check out the aroma. Raspberries, raspberries. There's a lot of raspberry. Toasty, roasty, very like classic British Imperial Stout, like wine gums and raisins and figs and charry, toasty, roasty notes. Not nearly as sweet as some of the, American brewed ones. It's got some sweetness, but it's kind of like sweet jam, almost like raspberry jam actually. Smells pretty nice. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, guys, and thanks a ton to Jack for the beer. Oh yeah, very jammy and raspberry. This is like classic British Imperial Stout with raspberry flavor. Just like old school, like think something like, maybe not, it's sweeter than Samuel Smith's oatmeal stout or Russian Imperial Stout, but think like some of the classic British interpretation, or British, not interpretations, but British Imperial Stouts with the charry, toasty, roasty flavors, and then a nice kick of jammy, sweet raspberry. And being 3 years old, it still has a lot of raspberry too. Toasty, roasty, a little bit burnt, some dark coffee, a little bit of dark chocolate, dark roast coffee. Still like the charry, toasty, roasty notes. Medium mouthfeel, silky. It's not super creamy. I mean, it's actually a rather light mouthfeel for a 10% beer. Not tasting the alcohol either. It's very well harmonized in the beer, and you're not. You're not tasting it, but I guess it's also a little bit because of the raspberries, because it's got a lot of sweet raspberry flavor. I guess that helps mask the flavor or the alcohol flavor. Good stuff, guys. Rating-wise for the Thornbridge and St. Eriks Imperial Raspberry Stout. Let's go an 88. It's really nice stuff. Now 87 is really nice stuff. It's not as complex as other Imperial Stouts, but it's pretty much, as I said, classic old school British Imperial Stout with a fruity raspberry twist because of the raspberries in there. It's pretty nice stuff. If you're into the fruited Imperial Stouts, this would be something for you to check out, especially also if you're into the more old school Imperial Stouts from the UK that aren't as sweet and intense and rich as some of the American brewed ones. So if you guys have had a chance to try the Thornbridge and St. Eriks Imperial Raspberry Stout, definitely let me know what you think of it. Thanks a ton, Jack, for this beer. Check out both Bear Beer Reviews on YouTube and Atom Brewing. Thanks a ton for the beer, dude. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Cheers, guys, and see you in another beer review.